stop instead of a comma there. I think I did. And that's gotten rid of that error. And what we'll notice is that there are sort of black areas around the edge happening now, and we can get around that problem by putting a motion tile on the sequence, just to make things a little quicker to work here. Is just isolate the sky. That's going to help us just to work out this camera shake out here, and you'll see that we're getting some nice camera shake. I'll just RAM preview that, and you'll see we're getting some nice camera shake there. And what we're going to do is, to get rid of these little black edges around the sides and the top and the bottom, is we're going to right click, highlight that layer, right click in the effects, stylize motion tile, and we're going to tick mirror edges, and we'll go output width to 110, output height to 110, and now it's gotten rid of those black edges and we've got our movement. Now what we're going to do now is get ready for we could probably put in do a little bit further color adjustment here, but I think I'm happy with the color adjustment. So what we're going to do, I use a third-party plug-in for sort of post motion blur, and what I'm going to do is just highlight that. Actually, we'll do it on an adjustment layer. I'm just going to put an adjustment layer on top there, and I'm going to add an effect of my Real Smart Motion Blur. I'm going to drop it back a little bit to make it 0.35 by 60, and that way we're going to get some nice motion blur uniformly throughout the whole shot, which will sell the effect that this is a sort of a trailing camera. And we can go back to our master comp now, and things are going to get a bit heavy now on processing, because we're going to make sure everything's unhidden, and on all of the cloud layers I'm going to make sure that motion blur is switched on for those cloud layers, and that's just going to help the effect to have their own sort of motion blur for the specific layers. And I'm also going to switch on the motion blur for the wing contrails, but I'm going to leave the exhaust as it is, just to leave a bit of depth in the effect. And the fighter, we'll put some motion blur on the fighter effect, and the jet